Welcome back to Chef the Internet. I'm going to be walking you all through how I made this delicious leftover barbecue pork grilled cheese. Very simple, you just got your ingredients, some cheddar cheese, the leftover barbecue pork, I threw some bacon in there, some pickles, Cornichon pickles. And then I just turn up the heat on my pan to about medium-low heat, and throw the pork on there, and then I dice up the bacon, throw it in there as well. And we're going to let that stuff start to reheat. And then while it reheats, I'm going to push it to the side and throw some butter in the pan. And then you let that butter start to melt, move it around on the side. And once that butter starts to melt, what I'm going to do is grab those buns I had laid out and essentially just toast them in the pan right next to the meat as it reheats. And once you have that set up, you can kind of let everything cook for a little bit. After a few minutes, check your buns, make sure they're not burning. Those are looking good. They could use a few more minutes. So I just put them back down to keep cooking. And then the meat's been cooking for a while on that side. And so I'm just going to try to flip a bit of it here. Try to evenly cook everything. It doesn't have to be too precise. It's just a leftover sandwich you're making in your kitchen late at night. Only thing that matters is the flavor. Okay, so that's looking good. Let that cook for a bit. While that was cooking over there, I went ahead and sliced up my Cornichon pickles in half. That'll just make them easier to stack in the sandwich when the time comes. So then I came back, checked the buns. That's looking perfect. I'm gonna take those off the heat right now. Yep, that's pretty hot. And keep that meat moving around. Turn the heat low here. And you can see me grab a little bit more butter. I was filming this all using one hand to cook and one hand on the camera because my GoPro wasn't charged. So that's why you see me having some mobile difficulties. But I put a bit more butter in the pan for basically the other side of the bun, the bottom of the bun. So that's going to soak that up there. And now I'm going to start assembling the sandwich just right on the pan. Again, using one hand to film, one hand to place cheese. And yep, so a little base layer of cheese there. Then me attempting to put the pork on with one hand. You know, you just got to do the best you can. Cooking doesn't have to be pretty. Just gonna start using the best kitchen instrument, your hand. I ate that piece right there. That was yummy. So yeah, just kind of loosely assembling the sandwich inside the pan. You see me placing on the pickles now. Kind of smush everything on there. I love that searing sound. And then I'm gonna put another layer of cheese on top. You see, I'm spilling a lot of cheese on the end of the pan, but that's okay. And it actually, you'll see, it actually ends up coming out pretty cool in the sandwich because I'll put the top of the bun on right there, and then push everything down, and yeah, basically just smother the bottom of the sandwich in all that loose cheese that I dropped, and it actually ends up making a nice little like crispy cheese layer at the bottom of the sandwich. So, let your constraints lead you somewhere creatively. Constraints often produce beautiful different results. So, trust your constraints. So yeah, now the sandwich is pretty much assembled. I have the heat on low, and then I'm kind of just letting everything cook there. Give it some time. Be patient. It's not a race. And then I set the camera on the side here because I couldn't do this one-handed. I'm now flipping the sandwich after it's been cooking for a few minutes. And then boom, you can see that cheese layer I'm talking about now, where all that cheese that had fallen off kind of formed a wonderful crust for our sandwich. So yep, just flip the sandwich. Everything's pretty much done now. You're just letting it cook through. I'm gonna let that cook for Another few minutes, just to make sure the rest of the cheese on that other side melts. And then ready to go. So take that sandwich out, put it on the cutting board, and just slice it up and eat it. Listen to this, this surface here, that crispiness. Oh yeah. Woo! Fire. Beautiful cross section. You got your pickles, you got the barbecue pork, cheddar cheese. What's not to love? Sorry for my guttural sounds there as I'm eating, but that is just a delicious sandwich. So easy. Just go grab whatever leftovers you have in your fridge, make a fun grilled cheese with them. Enjoy. Tune in for the next video.